Recently I got interested in S-ranking missions in Armored Core 6, and I did not expect that I will have so much fun doing that, and that I will decide to probably S-rank all of them. By the way, I streamed it so you can watch the stream recording, and I will probably stream more of it, maybe even right now when you're watching this video I will be streaming. But what I wanted to talk about, S-ranking all of those missions doesn't give you anything. FromSoftware decided to not give you any rewards for doing that. Only the achievement. I guess that's a bragging right. But if I, 32-year-old dude, will brag about S-ranking missions in a game about mechs, I think I have to reconsider some decisions in my life. This whole endeavor doesn't have a goal. From my experience, it's rare when you are doing something that hard, that tedious, and having fun. By the way, if you have some other games that made you do this, leave a comment. Share what are those games and why they made you do that. I guess the first thing that comes to mind is that a lot of roguelikes are like this, because they are created to have somewhat different run every time, but at the same time there will be a lot of similarities in terms of the map, weapons, and the progression overall. But in Armored Core 6 there are no roguelike elements. It's just the same mission every time, and you try to do it as good as possible without any reward. Why? Why Armored Core 6 gets you to do it? And from my previous videos, a lot of people in the comments mentioned that sometimes it's like the only game that made them 100% it in terms of achievements. One of the rare games that made them do this meaningless in terms of the goal thing just for fun. These are the same missions with the same enemies, and you're going again and again, and you're not getting bored. You're enjoying the process. I made a video about why Armored Core is so replayable, so you can check it out. It makes you complete the game 3 times, and you would think that should be enough. But I'm one of those people who decided to just do a meaningless and a very difficult challenge. Now that got me thinking about something. It became rare in this society, in this life, when we are doing something without a purpose, without a concrete goal, just for fun. The hustle culture, the grind culture, everything has to have a monetary purpose. You have to buy a car, you have to buy a house, you have to have an expensive watch, you have to be cool and be better than others. Personally, my experience, I kinda lost the ability to enjoy things that don't help me with these goals. I also want to be financially independent. I also want to make this YouTube channel successful. But every time when I try to enjoy myself without any specific goal, just for fun, I felt that I'm wasting my time. But S-ranking missions in Armored Core reminded me there are things that will have no specific goals other than enjoying the process. I enjoyed doing that. And why? Because I got into the flow state. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi at some point popularized this word. He wrote a book, The Flow, and basically it's a state when the task at hand is not easy enough, so it becomes boring, and it's not difficult enough, so it will become frustrating. And somewhere in the middle there is this flow state where the time dilates. You just get absorbed in the process, and these are the moments when you feel the happiest. Because when you're in the flow, you will not feel like you wasted your time, even if this endeavor will not have any material achievements. And especially I was playing these missions while streaming, so it was even better because I could also interact with people while doing that, read their comments and read the chat. It was amazing. And you know, I think there is a very generic word that is used for these kind of endeavors. It is called hobby. When you do something without any specific goal or any specific reason, you are doing it because you enjoy the process. Lately, I did not allow myself to have hobbies. Everything has to be intentional. Everything has to be for something. And again, when I started S-ranking those missions, hours went by. I didn't get anything from it except of just enjoying it. But why specifically Armored Core gave me this feeling? I already said a lot of these things in the replayability video. To sum up, it's like these music games like Guitar Hero. You try to make a perfect run, and when you actually do it, it looks so good. That's also why I'm sad that old Armored Core games, they had the feature to save a replay, but this one doesn't. And here when I record the footage and I rewatch that perfect run, it's like, it's so good. You can feel that power fantasy. Now, the games that make me want to do this are the games that are fast-paced, where you have to lock in and be focused. Games like Doom Eternal, I had the same feeling. But in Armored Core, missions are shorter. You can have even more tries to perfect it. Same mission, same enemies, but you go again and again and again, and you don't get bored because every time you are improving. When you do the first run, you just missed everything, you don't know where the enemies are, and it's difficult. But when you do it again and again, every run you feel some sort of improvement, and that's when you get into the flow state, when you feel that you are improving, but you are almost there, but not there yet, and you want to do it again because you felt that it's just a little bit further away from you, but you can get there because you're getting better. That's one of the most important prerequisites to get into the flow state. You have to feel the progress, and it should be challenging but not too easy. So S ranking all the missions in Armored Core 6 is like a different game in itself. But of course it works the best when the game is actually good, when the mechanics are interesting, when the gameplay feels smooth, and when it looks like in Armored Core 6. Whew. So that's where I'm getting to. The flow state is very important for our happiness. When we achieve the goals that we set up for ourselves, this is a very short-term happiness. And then you will feel actually empty because you achieved it, now what? And it didn't feel as good as you expected. And if you hated the process, that's when you get lost in understanding what you're doing with your life. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? To get something that society told you you have to get, like a car, like, you know, it is still a struggle for me to get there, because when I switched niches on this channel and I started making videos about games, which is my biggest passion, I think, I kinda struggled to play games just because I enjoy them, because in my head, everything that I play should somehow help this channel, be included in the next video. It should be a game that can be popular on YouTube. When you are doing things because of some sort of a goal, you lose the joy. And this joy comes from this flow state, and that's when you get the most creative. That's when you get the ideas. So basically I handicapped myself from playing video games just for the channel instead of playing them to enjoy myself. And by doing that, I had less ideas and less creativity. Do not make the same mistake as I did here. Now I have to switch the mindset and recover somehow. Honestly, even this video that I'm making is somewhat a result of that problem, because I can see that Armored Core videos are working really well on my channel, and I really enjoy this game. But you know, this channel will not be only about Armored Core, and sometimes I'm playing other games, and maybe I had some video ideas about those games, but I decided to stick with Armored Core. Gladly, Armored Core is such an amazing game, and it doesn't get boring. That's why I'm actually happy to make this video. But still, my main point is that you don't have to have some sort of a material goal to enjoy things. You will enjoy them more when you will not have that kind of goal, because the process is just becoming better, honing your skill and improving a little bit every time, bit by bit. This is what makes Armored Core special in terms of that feeling that it can give to you and get you into the flow state. So maybe if you share the same thoughts, the same feelings, leave a comment and join the Discord channel. We have a lot of interesting conversation like these, gaming topics, psychological topics, everything. I want to leave you with this, that do not neglect your hobbies, the things that you actually like, the things that get you into the flow state, because they don't have any specific material goal. Doing these things, it's not wasting time. This is life. To be in that state for as long as possible. And if your hobby is giving you that, continue doing it. You will not regret it. That's the video. Not really about gaming, but stay safe.